Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Tamer Bard build, episode 356. We are in Threshold. Ay, and I am a little fucking scared. We're gonna safety this. We're gonna take this a little slow. We're gonna safety this.
This is where I shine.
Okay, so we have a locust swarm there.
I can do this.
I'm gonna bring Ember forward slightly. And Ember is going to start off.
Are we playing hide and seek now? On it! Won't let you hurt my friends.
By doing something like that. Delay. 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 Okay. And then Ember is going to... That didn't kill the second one. That's very unfortunate, actually. Very unfortunate. We might actually... What did I just fucking unequip? Whoops. Well, that's not gonna be good. Hope it wasn't anything important. I did 0 anyways. Yay! Nice.
I will resist.
Not a fan of these apocalypse locusts, but I am less of a fan of these swarms. I see that. Pull everyone back. Do a heal.
A bright future
Another
awaits
heal.
us.
And we're gonna go stealthily look around.
This is where I shine. I finished here. Is there more? Please allow me.
Started me in the battle? Jeez. Ay. This is gonna be somewhat hellacious. That did so... How did that do so much damage to Odysseus? I don't understand. It did 96 damage to him. He has 350 HP. Wasn't he at basically full? How is 96 put him at half HP? I don't understand. What? Like... Question mark? I've got nothing. Oh. We did multiple, okay, multiple sources. But what from what? So this is 160 HP, which accounts for his current HP. But what was from what? Not life bane. Does Abyssal Storm hit twice? It does. Jeez. Abyssal Storm deals 1d6 electricity and 1d6 unholy per caster level to every creature in a 40-foot radius. Yikes. Okay, Old Coffin, you wanted to see a strong enemy? This is a somewhat strong enemy, right? This is a Baldur Ravager. A 20 outsider, 20 or 6 mythic. Decent HP. So this guy is actually kind of like lower than a lot of what I would consider to be strong enemies, which are around the 1,000+ mark. Yeah, actually he's got very low AC. He just does a lot of damage with spells. But otherwise, he is not an especially powerful enemy. So I take it back. I take it back. We're gonna run in and we're going to breath weapon. See how that goes. We are close enough to pop off a bunch of shots against this mythic Merilith. We will do so. Jeez! That was 3 critical hits. Cool. That's always appreciated. Fucking Christ. Oh, sorry, that was 44 critical hits. Goodness. Okay, well, that's fun. Ivu is dead now, and in the dying state.
The inheritor, guide my blade. Drown in the holy light.
Guess I can't really complain when I'm over here doing shit like that, eh? Bomb. Too much else. See if we can pop her. Good, nice. Very unlucky for us, but honestly, not that unexpected, truth be told. I'm actually more unexpected to me that this guy Bismuth flat-footed. Oh, after the Intimidate check, maybe? Does look like after the Intimidate check, he went flat-footed, so he lost his Dex bonus. Late game enemies, they deal a lot of damage, I tell you. Oh, it's not great. she just deal another 250 damage? No, we did. Okay. I was gonna lose my mind. I was gonna be like, are you fucking kidding me? Just like, really? He did not, though. Not bad. Wait, what? Why? I almost want to clip that just to flip the game off, but I'm sure my cursor hovered over the wrong thing because I have a giant horse and it takes up all the space in existence. The game's trying my patience here at the end, I swear. So we just killed Calypso. We just killed our own mount because Ember's target was Calypso instead of the Baldur, because I probably hovered like this. I don't know. That seems wild to me. Like, she didn't get affected by... I don't think this Baldur has a redirect ability. My own annoying faults. Okay, fine. How do we want to try to handle this? Probably Ember comes in with the Raised Deads. I guess we could try rusting here, but I just don't think that's going to be great.
I'm so excited. Are we ready to move out?
Can toss this here. At the very least, we'll put this back on. And we'll put back on. There. Okay, and we need to group. And we need to... even a heal is not...
Here we go. I will help where I can.
Okay. Elven notes. Really? Page from a notebook. Collect. I mean, does this mean we go back to... I mean, we go back to Storyteller? Can we just leave? That seems very anticlimactic, honestly. Guess we could check. Okay, let's head back to the entrance. Can we just walk the fuck out of here and go talk to Storyteller again? That seems somewhat wild to me. Apparently, maybe we can? Interesting. Calm down, sir. You calm down, sir. Sir Boy Bean.
Can't make the demons wait.
Can I just rest? Found a page that might interest you. Ah, it was a triggering page. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. The purple flame covers my eyes. I cannot turn away. It follows my gaze. I cannot close my eyes. It will follow there, too. The heart of the tower burned out my sight, and I am not sure I will ever be able to see my dear Golarion again. Wounded, groaning from the consequences of Earthfall, but no less loved because of that. Exhausted, I sit down on the cold floor of the laboratory. All my work was in vain. I wasted my entire long elven life looking for something that turned out to be useless. I didn't understand what really mattered to me. Golarion, such as it was before Earthfall, does not exist anymore. There is another, new Golarion. A young one that is surviving, fighting for its life. By connecting it with another plane, I would have destroyed the new Golarion, making it an extension of the other plane. Instead of trying to save old Golarion, I should have helped the new one. I was supposed to preserve the memory of old Golarion, to gather the knowledge and heritage of the lost civilizations and give them to the world when it needs them. For at some point it will rise from the ashes without any help. I believe this now. Deep down, I always have. That's how you lost your sight. Looks like it. Storyteller chuckles faintly. I still see only this purple flame. After so many years, it has become quite clear to me. Almost opened the world wound. Storyteller nods sadly. You are right. Would have been a terrible crime against Golarion. A murder. At the time, it was much weaker than it is now. It wouldn't have been able to resist the demonic invasion. Luckily, I was wise enough to stop before it was too late. Just passing? Have I played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? I did play the early access when it came out, like 2.5, 3 years ago. So I've played a goodly portion of Act 1 from back then. Obviously, it's probably changed drastically since then, but I have not played it since, and I have not played it since it launched. I am planning to play it, I just have a lot on my plate currently. My hope is that, I'm trying to beat this, and then I'm trying to beat Fire Emblem Engage, and then I have a couple of other games that I've been sitting on, I've been really wanting to play, like Chained Echoes and stuff like that. Once I beat those, I'm pretty sure I'm going to either put Baldur's Gate 3 in rotation or be playing it pretty much exclusively. So, we'll see. Please continue. Rise, elf. This is not the end. The masterful voice seems to ring in my head. A silhouette of an angel appears in the flame. Purple flames are reflected in her gleaming steel armor. She has no face, just two fiery eyes burning deep in the steel hood. Rise, elf. Rise and bow to the will of Pharasma. The storyteller's voice changes subtly, becomes loud and adamant. Rejoice, elf, for the Lady of Graves have deemed you worthy. You pursued your goal despite the opinions of those around you and even fate itself. But you managed to stay your hand once you realized your mistake. You saved Golarion from yourself. For this, the Lady of Graves wants to give you a gift. You will become her usher, an immortal psychopomp. Okay. You will take a place at my lady's side and become the keeper of history, not just for Golarion, but for all the planes. In return, Pharasma requires one thing. Tear up your bark-covered notebook. Let the knowledge you obtained remain a secret for many generations of Golarions after you. The storyteller gulps involuntarily. Pharasma herself sent her herald to me. For the first time in my life, I, the last archmage of Keonan, who proudly looked in the eyes of demon lords, felt unsure. My hand feels for the notebook on the floor. My fingers run over the tree bark cover lovingly. I don't need eyes to recognize it. I know all its cracks and bumps. It's like my child. The only meaning of my meaningless life. I don't want to destroy it. I can't find it in me to obey the order of the Lady of Graves. Interesting. You refused Pharasma herself. The storyteller tries to smile. I did a stupid thing, didn't I? I, the last Archmage of Keonan, was just a fool who had lost his purpose in life, and then dared to disobey a goddess. If I were her, I would have ordered the herald to destroy the deranged old man. Tell me about the herald Pharasma sent to you. The steward of the skein, warrior and herald of Pharasma's will. The Lady of Graves sends her to restore the balance of fates, and also to pronounce a great prophecy. Her interference in the fates of the world is almost imperceptible. Only a few remember meeting her. Don't eternal life and serving Pharasma merit the destruction of such dangerous knowledge? The storyteller remains quiet for a long while, gathering his thoughts. My mind wants to say yes. I should have destroyed my dangerous notes that could have ruined Golarion. But my heart says the opposite. For this knowledge is also part of old Golarion's heritage. I, a child of that lost world, created it in my reckless pride. If I want to preserve all of Golarion's heritage, do I have the right to choose which part of this heritage should be wiped out of history? Alright, fair enough. Please continue. I am ready to undergo any punishment for my refusal, but the steward of the skein only looks at me quietly as if pondering something. The knowledge in your hands must not see the light. This is beyond question. But my lady is merciful, and has agreed to make concessions. You will tear the pages out of your notebook, and along with it, out of your memory. You will scatter the pages throughout the world, and your memory will be purged. You will be immortal, but pure, like a newborn babe. Use your new life to keep the memory of the fallen, and seek the truth about your own past. As soon as you remember this moment, you will lose your immortality, and will have to answer my question again. Will you choose to become a servant of Our Lady, or will you prefer to live out the short time you have left? Oh, shit! Well, guess it's time to make the choice! I find no strength to answer, and only nod. The steward raises her hand, and we both find ourselves in a whirlwind. I see nothing but the purple flame and the glowing image of the herald. The rest of my senses tell me we are rushing through many places. I hear seagulls crying and smell the salty ocean air, followed by the rumble of a raging volcano. The bracing wind of the plains changes to the dry heat of a desert, and then the blistering cold of a snowy mountaintop. In each of these places I tear out a page and give it to the winds. It grabs the new toy from my hands and takes it far away to hide from me for many years. Every torn page I start to forget. What did I do in the Ivory Labyrinth? Why did I live in Alashanira, and indeed, did I ever live there? The name Kinney seems vaguely familiar, but I don't remember why it should mean something to me. Maybe it was my own name. Exhausted, I fall down on the withered grass. I remember this is how the woods of my home Keonan used to smell. My mind drowns in the darkness. I don't see the steward any longer, but I still hear her voice. Look for yourself, elf, and gather the stories of Golarion, for this is your calling. I name you the storyteller. When you remember this moment, destroy the dangerous knowledge that has once again fallen into your hands, and Pharasma will see you in her halls. And you, Ajak. Uh-oh. Don't look into the future at me. Help him with this. Help him make the right decision. The old man drops on his knees. His hand clasps the bark-covered notebook to his chest. His voice trembles. What should I do? I've gathered the stories of Golarion for so long, looking for my past, and now I have found it. Should I accept Pharasma's proposal and be reborn, or refuse? and die. We have to decide right now. I'm afraid so. I feel Pharasma's heavy, silent gaze. She is studying me, evaluating my decisions. She is waiting for my reply. Forgive me for burdening you with this and asking your advice. You want? Oh, if only I could answer this question. The elf chuckles cheerlessly. It would be safe to assume several thousand years would be enough to make a single decision, but obviously, the last Archmage of Keonan is also the most indecisive creature on all the planes of the world. You got your name Storyteller from Pharasma. I suppose so. As for my real name, the Storyteller smiles faintly. I remembered it. Name of the last Archmage of Keonan. An old, unwanted, unassuming name. It doesn't suit me more. I am the Storyteller, and I would like to remain so until the end of my days. What will happen if you accept Pharasma's proposal? I will die and be reborn in a new guise. Join the servants of the Lady of Graves. The secret and dangerous knowledge of how to merge the planes of the world will die with me. I am free to live out the time I have left. 2 years' fate has in store for me. When they pass, I will die and then enter Pharasma's halls and give her my oath properly. What will happen if you reject Pharasma's proposal? I will stay here. I will keep my secret knowledge to hide in the most far away and safest place I can find. My age will catch up with me gradually, but I think I'll still have a few years to write books of the stories I've gathered, or tell them to someone I will take on as an apprentice. As you see, any choice means a prompt death for me. Not exactly prompt, but I am not afraid. I, having seen the death of thousands of civilizations and outlived time itself, know better than many what is enough. No, that is bullshit. This knowledge is absolutely inherently dangerous. It is the knowledge of trying to subsume one plane with another plane. Like, it's overlaying the planes together. It is absolutely dangerous. And could lead to yet another world wound. Like, that is bullshit. Oh, he's dreaming. He's twitching in his dreams. He's twitching. Settle down. Huh? No? Oh. Oh. Doing something. He's like chasing something or something. Poor boy. Oh, God. Yeah, I know what I would do personally. But I do disagree with the assessment that it can't be inherently dangerous. This is dangerous knowledge. See, I wish there was a third option. I actually do wish there was a third option. I wish that the storyteller could destroy the knowledge, but then accept death, right? Not to go into Pharasma's service. Because I feel like that's what the storyteller wants, right? Is that the storyteller has lived so much and has learned so much and seen so much and is ready to move on. I'm gonna vote destroy the knowledge because I think that's what my character would do. Accept Pharasma's proposal. You must destroy the dangerous knowledge. You are right. After so many years, I should have realized how dangerous knowledge can be. Pages in Storyteller's hand crumble to ash. The elf raises his hand to his face as if trying to see the knowledge turn to dust, but then he chuckles and shakes the ashes off. Well, that's it. Now everything is over. I know my story. The one I yearned to know all these years and that I had once hidden from myself. And all this is because of you. Thank you. You have given me the greatest possible gift, myself. No reward can measure up to your merits, but still, please accept from me a grain of the knowledge that you have helped me to discover. Tell me about Pharasma's gift. The purple... Oh, no. How strange for that to continue. Okay. Did something just happen to us? I have no idea what just happened, what the storyteller might have affected us with. Happens there. Will finishing out storyteller's quest have an effect on the ending? I don't know. It might. Now, I would assume that it's required for the true ending, but I don't know. We're gonna rest. See how that goes. That means we're gonna need to do a full new buff cycle, but if we have already defeated enemies inside Threshold, and we are able to go in with all of those enemies done, that means we have some higher tier spells that we are going to be left with. Basically, like multiple heals and resurrections and things. Hopefully... I mean, we haven't been into any location that reset enemies, so I wouldn't expect the game to. But, you know, it is essentially a final dungeon, so maybe different. We're gonna find out. Okay, nope, things look perfectly normal.
No reason to pause.
Okay, we've got to do a buff cycle.
There's beauty hidden in the darkest places. Do not know what you see.
We're gonna be in the long haul. Grab a drink, everyone. Somebody tell me about their day while I go through this freaking buff cycle. If I had to hazard a guess about the whole will storyteller's quest affect the ending, I would assume that this ending is going to be like most CRPG endings, in that the ending is broken up into dozens of tiny little bits. So every character quest that you complete, I assume is going to have like a vignette in the ending. So I would assume storyteller is going to have some sort of thing that happens there, but I don't know exactly what kind of effect it will be. We'll see.
We will win this war.
He looks so teeny tiny on the back of the episode here.
Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
My will is resolute.
Okay, what kind of... Anybody got preferences on a dragon? Or a dragon, a color of dragon for us to turn into?
Inimosi Travisi. 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 Sono Daniam. Ona Adayana. 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 Ona Adayana.
So he's restless. I wonder why.
Blue, you say? No, I definitely think blue is something that he can do.
The goddess protects us.
Yep, blue dragon, right here.
Inimosi Travisi.
Cool. I actually really like the design of the blue dragon. I like that it's got like a sleeker head look than something like a red dragon.
You're a good person.
Very neat. All the other stuff we don't care about. You wanted to pick something with an elemental element aside from fire, since Ember has that well covered? Hell yeah, that's fair.
You are my favorite age.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I think we actually want to do Death Ward on Ivan. We really want to try to make sure we're well protected here. Even to the point to where maybe we scout certain fights. Although, I say scout certain fights, it seems obvious to me by the last fight that they're doing the whole thing of when we enter, we get cutscene pulled into a fight, so that just might not happen, unfortunately. But be able to death ward everyone. Also, in theory, this death ward should last for a pretty long time. Not a super long time, but a pretty long time. 30, 32, 36 minutes, something like that. Could really help us. Okay, and we are going to come up here, and when we are here, we are going to save. And then we are going to haste. And we're gonna run up some fucking stairs. I say as I'm like, let's scout things. Blah blah blah. But actually, before we do anything else, hold up. Why the fuck is Ninio there? What? Happening here? Why is supposed to be what that is? Okay. Before we do any of that, that is going to be the end of this video. If you are watching on Twitch, stick around. We are going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. We will see you next time for more Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.